What's going on, beautiful people? I pray that you guys are blessed and highly favored. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for those who've subscribed, who's commenting, and who's following me on Instagram and Facebook. God bless you guys. Now, I don't want to take too much time to do this video, but before we jump into it, y'all, okay? What is in this bag? What is in this bag? Okay. So someone is about to win my books. You'll be promised this book, delivered it, and my second book. To win this book, all you have to do, right, is like this video, subscribe to my channel, or be a subscriber already, comment, share this video to 10 of your friends, screenshot it, send it to the WhatsApp group under this video, okay? And you can be a winner of this book. So 3 things: make sure you're a subscriber, share this video to 10 of your friends, screenshot it, send it to me on the WhatsApp group below, this video, and you can be a winner of both of my books, Suicide or Life. My second book is I Chose Life, which is a 31-day devotional book, okay? Be the winner of this prize, okay? Be the winner. Yeah, so if you've not yet got a copy of this book, or share this book to your friends, family, and loved ones. It's my story about being suicidal and how I was delivered, and steps in how you too can be delivered. Yeah. So today, I'm going to get very personal, and I'm doing this in hope that you will make the right decision when it comes to marriage, when it comes to who you choose to spend your life with, when it comes to you deciding who you want to have a serious relationship, a serious marriage with. I'm doing this video in hopes that you can go into your relationship, your marriage, knowing that you've taken the right steps to knowing who you're going into this with. Because guys, listen, marriage is not for babies. And when me and my husband came into marriage, I believe that we were immature, we were still children, and we had absolutely no clue what we were getting ourselves into. And I thank God for keeping us. I thank God for sustaining us. I thank God for correcting us and guiding us. And while we are growing and we're becoming, I thank God that He never allowed us to separate, but go through the storms together. Now, I am very sure that my intentions and my husband's intentions were very pure. We came into this really wanting a good marriage, a good family, and a good foundation, but we were ignorant. And out of our ignorance, God kept us. However, some of us, like me before my husband, I found myself in 3 what I consider serious relationships with people who were not serious about me. And so my intentions were good for them, but their intentions for me was not good. And so we need to be aware of who we are giving our jewels to. We need to be aware of who we are giving our diamonds to. And I saw this video recently where Kevin Samuel, rest his soul, was speaking to a mother who was tired of the games and became celibate, which I also did. I was 24 when I decided I'm not going to give my body to anyone who's not my husband. And when I met my husband, he brought up the conversation of sex, and I shut that down real quick because I knew the experience that I had, or the experiences that I had with my exes. And I knew that I did not want that anymore. And if you want something different, you need to do something different. I can't say, oh, I don't want to keep getting into a relationship where it's about sex and I don't really know the person. I think I know them, or I am dumbfounded by their smile or their scent or how they make me feel, but I don't really know them. Or you know what, the sex is good, but they make me feel like crap. They cheat on me, they lie to me, they make me feel like I'm the wrong one for telling them that what they're doing is hurting me, and they make me feel, and they tell me that I'm a whiner. I whine too much. When I'm just saying, listen, the way you're treating me, I don't like it. And we stay in these things not knowing that we have a right to choose what is for us and what's not for us. And if I've chosen to be serious and give myself to you, and you've chosen to give yourself to everyone else but me, it's okay for me to be hurt and walk away. I'd rather be hurt and walk away than to stay in the pain and the hurt and give you all my life, all my years. I've realized is what we see on in the movies and the Disney and the cartoons, in the books, what we grew up on concerning love is not a reality. Because we grew up thinking that, oh, we're going to get married and everything's going to be beautiful. We're going to get into a relationship and this person's going to just swift us away. And maybe it's like that in the beginning. But when you start to see the ugly in this person and the ugly that this person brings out of you, it has to make you wonder, what am I doing wrong? Where am I going wrong? And how can I do better? Right? Have you ever been in something, I know I've been in a few, where you're like, what is going on? But you never take the time to reflect and to look deeper. See, if I took the time to reflect on young Ken, why I was getting in all these bad relationships, why was I choosing these kind of young men to be with? It had a lot to do with me and my mindset and what I would accept, because it is what I knew and what I grew up on. And so when I did take the time when I was 24, God had to take a lot of things out of me and reveal a lot of things to me. Psychology, studying, counseling, mentors had to really help me to understand my choices. And my choices had a lot to do with my childhood. And so you're going into marriage and you're going into relationships not understanding how things of your past have influenced how you perceive and how you understand things. And therefore you are settling for less. Partners can speak to you anyhow, partners can treat you anyhow, and you settle with it. Because the dysfunction is your normal and it is what you know. It was my normal and it was what I knew. And until I was delivered from the mindset, until I was aware of where I was coming short with my thinking, with my understanding, I couldn't make a different or a better decision. What I've learned is being in a relationship or a marriage, it needs to be secured. Like for my marriage to work, I have to be, and my husband have to be, and my children have to be secured mentally. So protected mentally, protected physically. We have to be protected sexually, financially, Security should be there financially, socially, communication should be secured. Listening, romance, family life, attention, nurturing, encouragement, accountability. There's so much areas in a marriage where security is necessary. And without this security, without understanding, there will be dysfunction, there will be unnecessary conflict, unnecessary hurt. When one person is giving more than the other, and I'm not just talking about giving, let's say financially, or giving mentally, I'm talking giving respectfully, giving kindly. All these things matter. How you listen to someone, how you support someone, how you understand the person that you say you love and you say you've married for better, for worse. If you want to live peaceably in this house, all these things matters. I cannot say that I am in love and I care for someone, and while I'm with this person, I don't listen, I don't understand them, or I don't even try to understand or try to put myself in their shoes or their position, right? I might not understand everything my spouse is doing, or might not understand the decisions that he's making, right? But to consistently fight against, or consistently stand against, or not support, not understand, is opening a door. It's opening a door for something else to come in. We need to be aware of the weaknesses in our marriage, not just individual weaknesses, but collectively. What are our weaknesses? What are the areas that we're struggling in? What are the areas that we need help? What are the areas that we need to look at? What are the areas that needs to be strengthened? Okay, now for my marriage might be different for yours. You might not be married, you might be in a relationship. These are the things that needs to be looked at, that needs to be thought about, discussed. One thing that I must say is, any area in our marriage that we are not speaking about or we are not willing to address is a weak area. Because if we're not having that conversation, we're not looking into the souls of each other, the hearts of each other, of how we feel in that area, it is a weak area. And if we cannot have those conversations openly as well, no judgment, no hate, no pointing fingers, that area is going to continue to be weak. And it is sad, because we need to learn how to have those hard conversations, you know, the one that makes you uncomfortable, or the ones that you don't like. And sometimes having those conversations can make you feel vulnerable, can make you feel weak, but it is necessary to learn the souls of each other, learn the weaknesses of each other, and not justify not having those conversations. And the worst thing is being able to have that conversation with someone outside the marriage, but still not being open or comfortable enough to have those conversations inside the marriage. These are areas that we need to look at to strengthen and to becoming better. I've learned marriage is consistent work. And it takes one person to be disrespectful, irresponsible, lack of interest for the marriage to break down. It doesn't have to be both of you, it could be one. I believe for a marriage to work, both need to be very interested in the marriage. Both need to be very interested in each other's feelings, in each other's thoughts, in each other's life. And somehow, I don't know, marriage and relationship seems to be very carnal and very surface-like. It's just about sex. It's just about your appearance. It's just about your money. It's just about what you can how you can benefit me socially, the crowds you can get me in. It's just about the car you're wearing or how big you are, right? Or how tight you are, your back or your breasts, your curves. You know, it becomes so carnal. But marriage goes deeper than how big your is or how big the backside is. You can find someone with a big backside but an ugly heart, right? You can find a man with a big whip but very mean and disrespectful. And so when you realize marriage is much more than what is on the outside, you tend to now appreciate a good soul, appreciate a calm heart, appreciate a respectful and loving person just in general. You come to appreciate the people that you see that come from love. Okay? And respecting that we all have a background and we all have our past and we all have our trauma. We all also have a choice on how we treat each other. We have a choice on how we speak to someone that we've married. We have a choice on how we respect the things that that person do for themselves. We have a choice. A good marriage takes intentional work. A good marriage takes intentional time. Arranging time to be with each other, arranging time to see each other, arranging time to love on each other. A good marriage takes intention. And without good intentions and action, you will see your marriage become deprived. A successful marriage is a happy marriage. And I'm not talking about always happy, no conflict, no problems, but a content marriage where both is happy, both is fulfilled, both is full, both is overflowing, none is lacking or deprived of anything. Is knowing that you're with someone that you can say is your soulmate, and not saying we won't find different people who are compatible to us, but is this person your soulmate? Can you develop a long-term commitment and a long-term chemistry with this person, right? Can you commit to consistently getting to know this person and consistently committing and consistently becoming? Because the longer you're with someone, the longer you hopefully get to see them transition into becoming better, transition into becoming new. Right? You don't want to be with someone for 10 years and for 10 years they're the same. Something's wrong. They're not growing. They're not developing. They're not becoming. Okay? And you have to be open to the transition, open to having more conversation and learning and consistently growing with each other. A good marriage takes intentional quality time. Intentional quality time. Right? Intentionally making time and fulfilling each other needs. It takes trust, okay? Deep trust. Deep trust. Do I have to go through your phone? Am I always feeling off with you? It takes trust. And then it also takes transparency. Are you being clear with me? Are you being honest with me? Are you being truthful to me? Can I trust you? All this takes work. And I feel like all this comes from a genuine person. A genuine person is going to be truthful. A genuine person is going to intentionally make time. A genuine person is going to be transparent. Right? And when you see any of those missing, something is off balance. You have to be able to be comfortable with each other. You know, the Bible says Adam and Eve was naked with each other. They were so open and so comfortable with each other. They were walking around in the garden with nothing on. They were open and transparent and trusting. You would not be naked with someone you don't trust. Well, some of us. Okay? It's a beautiful thing. By the way, I have a video. Stop having baby daddies. Message to self. You sleep with people, you have children with people, but do you really know them? Do you really understand them? And this is something that I had to come into, a knowledge that I had to come into to becoming who I am today. Because we miss out so much lessons when we were young, and we had to go through the fire to learn some things. And I'm hoping that you're catching this video earlier. You share this video to someone who's young so they don't make the same mistake we've made. Okay, who is it that you're really seeing? What do they look like angry? Can you trust them? Can you be open with them? Especially if you're a woman, would this person lay down their life for you? Because if not, what's the point? You know, nowadays sex have become overrated, as I said before. It's all about sex. It's about the booty. It's about the breasts. It's about the whip, the thing, that what he's packaging. But yeah, he have a big, but he don't have no manners. He got a big thing, but he disrespectful. He don't rate you. He don't respect your mother, your father. Oh, he got a big thing. Yeah, I know. He be doing that well, but he got your interest at heart? Do he have your heart at heart? Is he taking care of your spirit, your mind, and your heart, your emotions? We've been brainwashed to think sex was it, and I was there. Sex is not it. I'm telling you. There's more to it. Someone can sex you good and be the devil. The absolute, a demon. But he sex good though. It's more to it. I'm telling you. It's more to it than sex. It's more to it. And can you discipline yourself to contain your body long enough to see who this person really is? Because we know in the beginning they put on a good show. We put our best forward. But let it get time where the show starts to fade away and you get to really see who this person is. I know that sex is good, but let the foundation not be sex. Let's get to know this person when they're angry. Let's get to see this person when someone's crossed them. Let's see this person when you guys disagree. Let's see this person when it's time for you to go out and have your fun. Or you weren't complaining when he went out, but now you going out is a problem. Let's get to really see who you say you want to be tied to. Because loving each other goes beyond sex and beyond physical attraction. Intimacy is deeper than that. Trying to be connected with someone you've not communicated well with. You've not spoken to long enough to really understand what that person has in their heart. What is going through the mind of that person? I had a friend years ago, he messaged me, he's like, I always loved you. Got my attention, me and him started talking. And all I can hear was lust. And you have to be able to identify what is love and what is lust. Be able to identify if they want your soul and your mind and all that comes with you, or they want your body. Be able to identify who they are. Are they a snake? Or are they actually for you? You need to have conversation with this person and listen well. Sometimes as women, we make our emotions guide us. And sometimes we need to say to our bodies, shut up, sit down, and be logical. Let's listen to what this person's saying. And let's base our decision based on what we are actually hearing. Let's put these feelings and these butterflies aside, bag them up, put them in a bag, and sit them aside. And really listen to what the person is saying. And base your action from what you've heard and not what you feel, right? I always say to one of my friends, close your ears and open your eye. Close your ears, because sometimes the words can be sweet to the soul, but open your eye. What they say, actions speak louder. Oh, I love you, but I beat you. Oh, I love you, but I don't really care what you feel or say. Oh, I love you, but I don't care what you want to do. It's about me. And we have to know that that is not truly love. That's dysfunction, appearing to be love. And we need to know, especially as divine beings and children of God, the world teach one thing, but when you are in God, God teaches another thing. God teaches us what love is. And if your love does not align with what my Father says, then it ain't love. It ain't. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Souls becoming one starts with conversations, and conversations go deeper and deeper, and you get connected with someone. And this is why I have a problem with someone who's in a relationship but have a long conversation with someone else who is not involved in that relationship. Soul ties don't just come through physical touch. It comes through conversation, right? It says faith come by hearing. If I can sit here and hear someone talking about faith and become faithful, why can't I become lustful, hateful, or tied to someone just by hearing their voice? And so we have to cut out every distraction and anything that is trying to come in to hinder our marriage. You can have as much sex with this person and still not have a connection. A connection. After sex, you guys don't even know what to talk about. Nothing. To be married is to be selfless in some way. And you gotta know who you're married to, because some people will kill you. You can't be selfless to everyone, but you gotta be selfless to someone who is deserving. They're proving themselves, and so you can service them because they're proving themselves. You can't be a service for everyone. We know that. Not everyone is deserving. And so you have these arguments, or you need to be submitted to me. Listen, a woman will submit to a man automatically once that man have proven he's worthy of submission. And see, some men, they want their woman to submit, but what am I submitting to? Who am I submitting to? Why am I submitting to you? If you really was worthy of my submission, you didn't have to argue for it. You didn't have to fight for it. You didn't even have to beg for it. But your honorable behavior would have just caused me to submit to you. But some of us, we want stuff we not sown. You have not sown your seed to reap submission, but you want submission. And here's the thing, some men are so they lack in the emotions and the mental capacity that they feel like because they're paying the bills, because they're going out working hard, because they're taking care of the house, that's enough. You can do all that and neglect the mind of your spouse, the heart and the emotions and the feeling of your spouse, the intimacy and romance of your spouse. Yeah, you're doing all that. I see what you're doing. But you just touching surface. I need you to go deeper with me. And so you don't gotta ask a woman or beg a woman or argue or fight a woman to submit to you if you were operating honorably in the areas that was touching her heart. Yeah, and so there's this video floating around about this woman. She was saying, oh, and if her husband tell her to jump, she'd jump. Yeah, he doing something right to get a woman to be happy. She's like, I'm happy. She happy doing it. He doing something right. He doing something right for a woman to be happy. Oh baby, how high you want me to jump, baby? How high you want me to jump? Because however high you want me to jump, I'm gonna jump. He doing something right, and it's not just sex. And I was reading the comments under there, and some of the men were like, yeah, this is why I don't date black women, this and that, because black women is gonna check black men when black men ain't walking in honor. And some immature men don't like that. But when you mature and you're ready, you will truly do what you have to do and operate in the areas that you have to for your woman and for your family. And through honor, submission comes. It's that simple. You want submission, you calling your woman out of her name. You want submission, you being disrespectful and spiteful and gallish. You want submission, but you lacking in intimacy, lacking in romance and conversation and communication. Basic stuff. But you want submission though. And selflessness brings out submission. Selflessness. And a lot is put on men because they're the head, or they should be the head of the house. And when a man truly walks in his kingship and house come together and is in order, and he doesn't have to beg or fight for submission because he's walking in kingship. Marriage, it takes a man, a real man and a real woman, maturity, selflessness, and genuineness to hold a marriage together, to see where you guys are weak, see where you guys are going wrong, and to really work towards it together. To protect it from anything that tries to come in. And for you to get there, it takes time, it takes studying, it takes counseling, it takes genuineness. I'm gonna leave this video here. Like, share, subscribe. That's how you can help me.